What's up, guys? It's Carson here, back from Toxic Gaming, and I know we had no video yesterday, but today, guys, we do have our little team prep for this week's PIC battle. And this week we are going up against Dan, aka Hawker, of the Butterfrees. I believe that's how that's said. Not Butterfree. I believe it's called. I believe it's Butterfrees. Butterfrees. I don't know, something like that. His links will all be down in the description below too for this video and the battle. But as you can see on the screen here, we got something a little different as it's looking. I got some help from my nose is fucking itchy. I got some help from one of my friends, Troy, the Trojan Horsey. He was really teaching me more about speed creeping because that was something I'm not very mindful of and knowing of. So he was helping me with that. So we have Victini, the Brow, is back with Choice Scarf, running V-Create, Bolt Strike, U-Turn, and Brick Break this time, with 64 EVs in HP, 252 attack, and 192 in speed and Jolly. And what we tried to do is speed creeping a Scarfed Crocodile. Because my Dan's team, let me bring it up over here real quick, I have it up, is Mega Gardevoir, Heatran, Dragonite, Gengar, Milotic, Crocodile, Chestnut, Ambipom, Electros, Durant, Xatu, Avalugg, and Crustle. So he is a pretty scary team for a really well defensive core in the Chestnut, Milotic, and then Crocodile could actually be defensive, but it then is also a very viable Choice Scarfer as well with Moxie Boost, Intimidate, stuff like that. Gardevoir is a big threat, hiccuping. Gengar, Victini here is, I believe, still going to outspeed Gengar as long as it's not Scarfed. I'm like 99% sure we still outspeed it no matter what. So that's a good thing. And Victini, really, for most of his team, we just quick V-Create. That's literally all it is. We literally just have to quick V-Create or Bolt Strike for most of the team. Brick Break is here because he was using a little bit of screens last battle. I saw that shit. I saw that shit in your last few battles. I saw you using taking my screen tactics. And so we need just something in case he does set up screens. We have something to break it with Victini. And it allows Victini to really hit Crocodile hard. So I can now outspeed with the Choice Scarf and be able to hit him really, really hard. So, but that's what we got for Victini here. And then we're moving back on to Fettiwap. He's back, doing basically this thing Fettiwap is going to be doing for a while for our team. It just works, it just seems to work so well. Like, Fettiwap's not here to really do any damage per se for right now for this team. We just set up the screens and then we let everyone else go hard. Like, it makes Victini, it makes Mamoswine, it makes Bisharp, makes Doublades so hard to kill after those screens. Like, you have to hit them that one extra time. Meanwhile, we may be able to two-shot. So again, Uxie, Fettiwap's back here with the Light Screen Reflect, Stealth Rock, and U-Turn, all specially defensive with the Calm Nature. I was debating about making him kind of like a mixed wall to change Rotom up a little bit, but I decided, you know what, it's not hurt us yet. We've lost only one battle last week's battle. Sorry for spoilers if you missed it. But we lost last week's battle without bringing Uxie, so this time I think we need it. But we're gonna move on here. We got the Stash. He's back at Life Orb Mamoswine, rocking Thick Fat this time. I don't know why. I think we had Oblivious last time, which I don't think that was the smartest move to have. Then Earthquake, Ice Shard, Icicle Crash, and Knockoff, with 240 base HP, 252 attack with Adamant Natured, and 16 in speed. Again, this was another mod Troy helped me speed creep. I believe this lets us, the speed here lets us be able to guarantee outspeed Milotic, uninvested Milotic. And Milotic's, I'm going to say Milotic and Milotic like 2 or 3 times differently every time. So, but their speed, her Milotic's base speed at the max, or uninvested, is, I believe, like 198 or something. And I put it at 200 just because I could see him throwing in like 4 points into speed just to, like, if I was gonna speed creep, just to have that speed tie or just, you know, try to beat it. So I just put that little bit of extra in. 200 speed isn't bad. I believe it allows us to outspeed, I believe, maybe some base 82s that aren't invested, stuff around there. But besides that, we're going all attack, all in the HP for that odd number, and then Icicle Crash. Icicle Crash from a Life Orb Mamoswine kills Gengar, kills Milotic, one-shots multi-scale Dragonite. So, really, Mamoswine's Icicle Crash and phone stopped going off. And Victini's V-Create will be like the wall-breaking moves of this team right now, because they can just flat out one-shot some mons on this team and then just break holes in the other ones. But next we got a different little Doublade. Same movesets, everything else. I wanted to go unshiny for this one. I wanted to go nice and natural. We got LA. We're representing the LA Doublades. We're rocking that Eviolite with Sacred Sword, Iron Head, Shout's Naked Swords Dance with 248 HP, 252 max attack, and 8 in special defense. Now this was another one Troy kind of was talking about having me speed creep something, but I never figured it out by myself what it was, because we're base 35 speed. I didn't want to. I felt like Doublade needed to have more of that bulk to be able to take a hit with this, even with or without the screens up, to be able to get a Swords Dance and then to go on. Or like if Crocodile comes in against us, we need to be able to take a knockoff or a Pursuit or a Crunch and damage him hard with Sacred Sword and knock him out with Sacred Sword pretty much. We needed that bulk. And I believe with this we can take a knockoff Crunch or Pursuit from a choice Scarfed Crocodile. So if he has anything like Expert Belt or Life Orb, we're going to be a little afraid of it still, but if he's Scarfed, we can beat it. Next we got Coors Light, the Rotom Wash, coming back with nice defensive Coors Light with Hydro Pump, Volt Switch, Protect, and Will-O-Wisp. Now, I originally had Thunder Wave on here instead of Protect, and I was going to run Thunder Wave and Will-O-Wisp, just to maybe, because if I could paralyze the Gardevoir, then I wouldn't have to worry about speed tying with our next mon, which I'll get into in a second why that is what it is. But it would just allow the speed ties to just be non-existent. And I thought about it, and I thought about it, and I thought about it, and I kind of figured out that maybe Protect would be better, just because then I can scout out what he's going to do. I can Volt Switch if I need to. We do outspeed just naturally. We outspeed Gardevoir before it Mega Evolves. I believe it's like base 80. I believe it's base 80 speed before it Mega Evolves, and then base 100 when it does. So on that Mega Evolve turn, we can outspeed it and Protect if we need to. We can outspeed it and Volt Switch if we need to. So we do have that option for Rotom Wash to be able to do it. And also, I didn't talk about it when we were on Fetty Wap, but Gardevoir cannot touch Uxie. Unless, like, Shadow Ball is not even the best move. I believe Hyper Voice is still the best move. And it does, like, I think it's like under 30% or something. Like, from a max attack Gardevoir onto this max special defensive Uxie. Uxie is our straight up Gardevoir check, with Doublade being able to come in later. But Rotom Wash here, he's basically just meant to burn the Crocodile. We needed Levitate. I saw last battle we had a really big weakness to Earthquake without Uxie or Rotom with no Levitate users, so that's why we got Rotom Wash come back here. And then the final one on the team, the newbie to the LA Doublades, is Flygon. Now, the reason we have Flygon and not anyone else, you're probably wondering, you didn't draft Flygon. Well, we decided as a league to have a free agency period where we could switch out one mon that we drafted for a different one that was undrafted, but it had to be the same tier and you only got one mon to drop. So what I did, we dropped Gastrodon. Now, before all the hate and everything, all you Gastrodon lovers out there, the reason we dropped Gastrodon is just simply Rotom does it better. Like, we had Rotom Wash, and I took Gastrodon because I really didn't know what to take at the time. I didn't know if Flygon would be good, I didn't know about it, so I didn't take it. But as the 3 weeks, we saw what Gastrodon kind of could do, and it didn't really do a whole lot. Like, it did stuff that Rotom Wash could have done better. So I decided to drop him, and I brought in Flygon because we need Defog. We need Rapid Spin. We need something, because so far our only two users of Rapid Spin or Defog that we had were Crobat and Torkoal. Both of them weak to rocks. So I picked up Flygon, and a good old Goggles that we're rocking with. Choice Band, Life Orb, or not Life Orb, Choice Band, Levitate, with Earthquake, U-Turn, Outrage, and Defog, with max attack, max speed, and 4 in special defense, and we're Jolly Natured so that we can speed tie a timid Gardevoir if we need to. But the reason I have Defog is I could see him bringing rocks for Victini, just that usual rock switch in, and I'm gonna try to bluff that Flygon isn't Scarfed, or isn't Banded. Because if I can get a Defog before I hit him with anything, He might not think it's Bandit. He might think it's like a Defog Tailwind type set, where it's more of a support set. But then I hit him with a Bandit Earthquake, and that's gonna hurt. So I have it banded for the strict power, for being able to come in and just break some more holes, so that Mamoswine, so that Victini, so that Doublade can come in and finish it up. But I do have Defog there if we absolutely need it, because I have a feeling we will, and we need a Defog user. And he's, I believe, ×4 resisted to rocks, so it's like barely any damage, or it's like at least 1 time resisted to frogs. I don't know. He's resistant to rocks at least, so at least he can take the damage better. But that's what we got, guys. We're going up against Dan again. Check him out down in the description below. We are both 2-1. So one of us is going away 3-1, and one of us is being 50-50 tied up. So it's going to be a good battle. It's all going to be down in the description below. Go check that shit out. If you want to see any other PIC battles, there's a whole playlist with each team, with the draft analysis to start out, and then each team prep followed by each battle. So just team prep battle, team prep battle. Yeah, you see what I mean. And this is now week 4. So we're 2-1. We gotta come back. We gotta bounce back from that loss. And you know what? That was a hell of a loss, hell of a game. And I want to have another one. So I'm gonna get up on out here. We're actually getting ready to play here in a few minutes anyway. So I'm gonna get on out. Get on up. Get on up. I don't know. I'm gonna get on out. It's Carson, Toxic Gaming. And as always, you stay toxic. We'll see you guys. Good old flag on. Yeah.